I just watched this amazing interview from Karen's press conference in Florida. Go check it out.
The wonderful family, the Yates family, and I'm here primarily because of this wonderful little girl, Kenna. And so I just wanted you guys to meet her and meet her mom and kind of just a little bit tell us about Kenna's disability.
Okay. This is Kenna. Kenna was born with a mild hearing loss, and today it's now at a severe bilateral hearing loss in both ears, which means she doesn't have hearing loss in just one ear, it's in both ears, and it's both at severe at the moment, so it's been progressive to this point.
Okay, and how long have you known that Kenna's had a hearing loss?
We've known Kenna has had a hearing loss since she was born. At the newborn screening in the hospital, they told us that she did not pass the screening. So from there, we went to specialist to find out that she had, at that time, a mild loss.
And so how long has Kenna been in public school?
Kenna has been in public school since she was 3 years old. Through Child Find, we found that we could put her in public education at the age of 3 to get her services she needed.
Okay, and so did you get good services between 3 and 5?
Between the ages of 3 and 5, we got the bare minimum at the public school education level. She was just given 30 minutes a week DHH, and her speech, obviously, she got that as well.
And so, what is DHH?
DHH is deaf and hard of hearing services, where they come into the classroom and help the kids learn to advocate for themselves, whether it's proper seating or speaking up and saying, hey, can you repeat that? I didn't hear that. It's just to help them with life skills in the classroom.
Okay. And so when a student is deaf and hard of hearing, that means it's educational eligibility. The severity of their hearing loss is such that it impacts their ability to access the general ed curriculum. And so every student in America has the right to have access to the curriculum at the same time every other child in the class does. So if we're giving her information on George Washington this week, then she needs to be given it to her in her learning modality. And when you have a sensory disability, whether you're deaf and hard of hearing, deaf, blind, or visually impaired, you have different modalities of learning. And so, what is one of her modalities of learning? Is she signing?
She is now signing.
Okay, tell me about that.
We went to the school district and asked that Kenna, as her hearing loss progressed, we asked that she be receiving an interpreter to help build that modality, and they told me no. And so that's when we had to reach out to Ms. Cunningham for help in getting her the proper tools she needed to be successful in the classroom.
So do you struggle communicating?
No, I don't struggle communicating.
Why do you think that when you asked, did you just ask one time and go away, or did you ask more?
No, we did ask multiple times and were told no several times. And we knew then we had to reach out in order for Kenna to be successful in the classroom.
And so one of the things that's so egregious is this parent works at the school. You would think, I would have thought years ago, that if I worked at a company, that would give me an advantage if the company can help me with something. And when I tell you that probably 20% of my families that I serve are school-based members, this is exactly how they're treated. Like, somehow you should have been nice, and why did you have to do that, and just give us a chance. And when I talked to the school district, they told me that she could have an interpreter for 2 reasons. 2 reasons, write this down. Can't have an interpreter in Florida because you're rural. We don't have one around here. Unacceptable, not true, back to unacceptable, and it's illegal. When we educate kiddos with special needs, we're supposed to test them for special education and related services. An interpreter is a related service. And so what we don't get back with kids with disabilities is time. And people posturing, being in leadership at the district level, telling adults no, is unacceptable on every level. And so it's also unacceptable to say, oh, we gave you this service, and now that you're not going to bother us, we're going to take away the service. So we're not going to take away the service so that she can be a successful adult. Has she learned a few sign language words?
Yes, she is proficient in sign. I'm happy to say that she's learned about between 400 and 500 signs since April.
Since April, she's added that much language in a new language modality. So when I go, if I went and taught a class, I would teach it in English. That's my language. Her language is sign language. She has the exact same right. So if you're a parent in Florida, this wonderful state with wonderful people that will do better, because that's the only option. If your child is deaf and hard of hearing, deaf, blind, or vision impaired, they're allowed equal access at all times. And so thank you so much for sharing your story.